you are solely now responsible for changing the vibration of the room, good or bad.
Right.
So it's like when people are like, are you freaked out? It's like, no, I get to like help people now because like I was on stage. That's the coolest thing in the world, you know? So.
Great way of saying that. Magical wand.
Yeah, it's like a magic wand where I'm just like, and you get good vibes, and you get good vibes, and you know, it's like, instead of like, oh my gosh, this thing's scary, it's gonna make me sound loud, which most people are, you know? Most people are good.
Alright. So, I mean, aside, you know, it's music and everything, when you get like just 30 minutes to yourself, what do you do? What's in your mind, you know, when you have sleep?
No, what is sleep? No, really, I don't sleep a lot. People kind of think I'm pretty crazy for that. You can ask anybody. It's like, I take like 4-hour naps here and there. So no, I sleep. I really, I love spending time with one of my best friends. Her name's Kat. And I just love being. Like, I feel like in this industry and in what I'm doing, I'm always talking to people, whatever, and having that time to yourself to just kind of go to the beach, get that recharge. I love yoga, just kind of holistic stuff to keep me balanced, because the industry, there's a lot of parties, there's a lot of fun things to be involved in, and it's important to have balance.
Right.
So when I do have like 30 minutes, and I just like to hang out, see people that I don't normally get to see, and just, yeah, that's it. That is my life.
There you go.
No.
Not a bad life there.
No, not at all. Love life.
Now, well, I will ask you, alongside that as well, aside from singing, what other talents would you like to, you know, master on or, you know, touch upon as well?
Yeah, so this is kind of cool because I can introduce this way. So along from singing, I'm a writer, and so it's funny because when people see my stuff originally, they're like, oh, she sings, like she's like just a singer, you know. So I've written over 350 songs at 23, and you know, and so, and I don't plan on stopping. I plan on like doubling that by like 28, you know. And so I really pride myself on writing, but aside from normal writing, I'm writing a book, and it's called Remain Always Empowered, like taking that and teaching people that whatever lesson that I've learned in each pivotal chapter, you know, literally chapter and in a chapter of what's changed me, what's molded me, what did I learn from it, and move on. So I think that just developing my writing more and more, and I also love photography, and it's something that I've never been able to like spend time doing because I've been so in the music. I've been so like, got it, you know, until I get that, you know, I haven't. But when I was younger, my dad bought me a nice camera, and I used to take pictures all the time of like, you know, my brother, like things around the house, leaves, and I saw those pictures even recently. I was like, I should get back into that when I have more time. Yeah, but I'm not running around like a crazy person.
Right. Well, one day you will get all that time back, so you could, you know, enjoy some of these hobbies that you.
I'm thinking more, like when I do big tours and stuff, I think that'll be something that I adopt. You know, it's like no one can see the stage and your life from you. Like even if you have the best photographer in the world, they can try to capture what's going on and what you see all the time, but only you know that. Exactly. So I think it would be cool to like get certain photographs that like, I don't know, there's perspectives. Yeah, there's perspectives that nobody else could really get to unless you're an artist, you know. So
can't wait.
It's gonna be a pumped for all these things.
I'm pumped, guys. She's pumped.
I'm so glad that I was able to come in today and do this. This is cool.
I mean, another thing too. Just so I like to see where people's heads are at. I get different answers with this question. Some people don't really think that far. This is like a three-way questions. I like to ask, what's your 5-year plan? What's your 3-year plan? And what's your 1-year plan? 1 year could be at the end of this year, or you can set it on today until next year. So we could start on a 5-year plan. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, or where do you want to achieve, or what setting, or where should you be in 5 years?
Yeah, I definitely thought about these things pretty heavily. For 5 years, I want to start a lot of different foundations as well. That like things that have happened to me where I've been changed. I have a really, really big passion for giving back with people who are hungry. It's just a thing. It's like, no one, I feel like, ever should be hungry. We have so much food that is thrown out every day. I went to a donut shop. I'm not going to say any names here, but I went to a donut shop and I've gone to different bars and stuff all over the country doing music. And at the end of the day, they throw out all this food, right? And I'm like, what are you doing? Because it's still not, yes, it's not, some of it's perishable, I get it. And so it goes bad at a certain time. But then again, I have this idea that there's garbage trucks, right, who collect garbage. Well, what if there was cleanup trucks that went to different restaurants where it's like the food that's like not bad yet, it's still good for a few days, and picked it up and brought it to homeless shelters, or brought it to stations that are like news stations where, people can eat. And so that's something in 5 years after I am affluent and I have like I'm good, my family is good, and we're like all right, that I want to start helping Homeless Hunger Foundation, that's Triple H, and do that and really implement those trucks, because I think that it's definitely a doable thing. It's just people are so obsessed with money that they don't think that it can happen.
Right.
And I feel like it definitely will. So that's 5 year. In 3, I want to be living permanently and abundantly in California. In probably Laguna Beach. I just think it's beautiful there, and I want my family to be completely set in 3 years. Like, I don't want my dad to have to think about using his back, and my mom's a massage therapist. I don't want her to think about using her hands. Like, definitely in the next 3 years, I want them to be able to just retire, relax, live on whatever was gonna float their boat,
Right.
And in 1 year, I want to say by the end of this year, because there's 6 more months left of this year and things are moving. I want to have a hit song. So whether I write it for somebody else and it blows up, or whether it's my own as Ray, I think by the end of this calendar year, I feel it that, and hit means it's a certain amount of numbers, it's a certain amount of millions of buys and things. And I feel with all of me that's gonna happen. So I'm pumped.
Let me just get a better understanding as far as hits. Now, you say numbers, are we talking about like radio numbers, YouTube numbers?
So it's more on the Billboard.
Billboard.
Yeah, so it'd be like, top 40 on the Billboard. I want to be like, obviously I want #1, because like, I want a number one hit. And I want a smash hit, which is like even bigger than just a normal hit. But baby steps I think that just getting on the chart is an honor. Just getting to that many people and listening to your vibrations is an honor, so I'm just gonna keep on keeping on, and I'm excited for what's in store. Yeah.
Same here.
Put it out there.
Billboards, here we come.
Let's go.
Okay. Now, I have a few more questions,
Yeah, you can.
Now, one thing I do want to ask you is, if there's one thing that you could work upon yourself, what would that be?
Absolutely, patience. Patience is a virtue, and I'm so excited for what I'm going to do that I sometimes get lost in what I'm gonna do instead of what I'm doing. And I think it's important that each moment, this conversation is pivotal. Like, I'm talking about what am I going to do in the next few years, and I'm like, wait, this is pretty cool that I get to talk about music and what I'm going to do. So like, appreciating each moment more is something that I think everyone should work on. And in the age of instant gratification with cell phones, it's like, it really is hard, because we're so used to just getting everything like, here you go. But in life, for like bigger things, you actually have to work for them. You actually have to trust the process and enjoy the journey, which, bringing you back to this, my best friend got me this bracelet like a year ago, and it says enjoy the journey on it, and it's my reminder to stay patient and to enjoy each moment, because sometimes I'm in the studio and I'm like playing and I'm like, oh, I just want this to be everywhere already, but then I look down and I'm like, enjoy the journey, enjoy this. I'm like, okay, you're right, it's like, it's just a mental check for myself.
Hands down.
We all get like that in anything,
Guys, her responses are just...
They're genuine, I promise.
And that's just her personality, guys, and that's why I keep her around. I love that around me. you surround yourself with greatness, and you know you're gonna continue being great. And if I can't be great, at least let me watch greatness, and then I'll go back to the drawing boards and see what I
Sean's
can do.
great. Sean's great. Don't let him fool you. Sean is unbelievable, and he is very, very motivating. He sends me texts almost all the time and calls me and just makes sure that I am in a good state of mind. So it's like people like him. You know, we're all connected. Like I said before, we're all lifting each other up. Hopefully, you know. And if someone's not lifting you up, then you should cut them out because they are no good for you. They're no good to you, for your energy, for your services, and if they don't appreciate your worth, then I don't think they should be in your life, period. You know?
Very well said. Very well said. I keep her around. Keep her around. No matter what, I might have to fly to California.
Absolutely you are. We're gonna have some shows. We got some big things we're doing, man.
There you go. There you go. Great. So just to wrap it up, I would like to ask you, did you have any questions for me? Or did you have any comments or anything that you just wanted to say? You know?
I think the only thing is just as stereotypical as just thank you for spending your time to sit here and just be and just understand and raise the vibrations of what's going on, because the more we talk about things we want, the faster they come,
right,
and more powerful. And just thank you for being you, and I'm just so proud to as well, you know, you said a great thing of baby, but as watching you morph into the human being that you are today, that is just very, very driven and motivated, and you don't stop at a no. You know, you're I'm gonna get this interview with her, or I'm gonna, whatever it is you want to do, and I just say thank you, and please keep that no matter what, keep it going, because we're both doing big things. This is a documentation of it.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Cool.
I'm excited to see what you do. Everything.
Thank you. And this is why I did this, honestly, so I could just have just something in the back of my mind, you know, something I can go to, and just I was in that position, you know, I watch different motivational speakers talk upon professional athletes, and they get the fire to get there, but as soon as they get there, they're leveled out.
Right.
So then I need to honestly continue to remind myself that same ambition, that fire to just get you here. I got you here, so that doesn't mean stop now.
Right.
So I gotta continue, you know, getting better, improving, you know, just using this as a resource, as a tool, so I can reflect back on and be like, hey,
For sure.
you know, you had that drive. You